वाह मामू फाइट करने लगे। मामू की फाइट देखूंगी। आई 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 मामू वो जो छोटे वाला घर नहीं वो हम जल गा के थे वीडियो बनाने। बड़ा सा घर में करें, बड़े से घर में alive. छोटा करेगा। ये बड़ा है। मम्मी ये वाला और जिसमें पैसे सबसे ज्यादा होंगे उसमें करना। अच्छा।
Features workshop. Some of the new options may not seem so important, but when you discover the way they add to the workflows available to you, you may end up wondering how you got by without them. You can now see transparent picture areas when nesting sequences. That is, alpha channel is supported when editing one sequence into another. This feature alone opens up great creative effects and compositing possibilities. I think this is a significant new release and hope you'll enjoy learning all about it. Let's get started.
Sorry, Ata.
6.5 has a fantastic list of new features. They're not all big, groundbreaking changes to the interface. It's not all change color and change buttons, but nonetheless, there are some really important new developments in this update. It's well worth diving in and making use of them. We've got some new project settings. We've got options to change the way we display color. We can have 10-bit quantization instead of 8-bit, so less banding, less posterizing, more subtle color correction. We can now work with alpha channels in our nested sequences. As you can see here, I've got a nested sequence with alpha, and I'm using a track mat key to see that foreground element appear. Could not do that before, couldn't be done in EDIUS version 6. We now also have the option to enable stereoscopic editing. Check it out, stereoscopic. If we turn this effect to adjusting the interaxial distance, the distance between the two lenses. We've got support for more formats now. If I double click here, look at the objects of type, you can see some very interesting options. We've now got support for 3D files. This is raw media from red cameras. You can take up to 4K natively. You can adjust the playback resolution and work with that camera raw format directly natively in EDIUS 6.5. We've got support for AVC HD version 2. We've got support for Canon C. Take a look in the project settings here, and I'll choose change current setting. We can take a look at those important new options. All of the new settings are ones that you can change after creating the project. So it's not things like the 60 Hz, 50 Hz video playback limitation, where you can't choose a different frame rate from NTSC and PAL frame rates. So let's take a look. First of all, you must enable that option in the project settings first, or it's just not going to work. So here under video channels, where at the moment I've got my YCBCR option. If I click on this menu, I now have this is indicating the number of steps per channel that Edius can take between nothing at all and everything. So for example, in the red channel, are we going to have no red or maximum red? And the number of steps between those two in 8-bit is 256, but actually it goes from 0 to 255, you go one step down. If we switch to 10-bit, then the number of steps is 0 to 1023, so it's 1024 steps. Each bit you add, you double and double again. This means when you consider that there are 3 channels, you've got your red, your green, and your blue, or your Y, your color blue. When you're processing effects, particularly when you're processing things like color correction effects, you can see more banding and posterizing in 8-bit video effects than you will in 10-bit. So it can make a beautiful difference to the quality of your results. Not all effects are 10-bit enabled, and if I hover the mouse over one of these, you can see here I've got a little note in the tooltip that says alpha channel not supported, 10-bit color not supported. So the exclamation